Do not be fooled. Just because you've purchased a 150K prop firm challenge does not mean you have $150,000 to trade with. All right. So it is time for us to have a discussion of a topic that is long overdue. And that topic is how to trade with the correct risk management when you're trying to pass a trading challenge. Let's go deeper. All right, y'all. So now let's talk risk management. All right, let's talk real risk management when you're taking these funded challenges, right? When you're trying to pass a challenge through a prop firm, you see the big number, right? It's big, 25K, 50K, 75K, 100K, 150K, right? But you have to understand, they're not giving you 25K to play with, right? They're not, this is a test. They're not giving you 50K to see what you can do with it as a test. No company, no prop firm will stay in business that way. So the number that you need to pay attention to is, some people will look at let's look at 50K. Some people will look at the end of day trailing drawdown. So, hey, I can't go down 2,000, but that ain't even the number you should pay attention to. This daily loss limit. All right. This is the most important number when you're talking about passing a challenge, because if you lose $1,100 in one day, challenge over, right? That's it. So when you're talking about risk management, okay, and risk and trading, there's several things we control, something we can't control. I'm just gonna touch on it real quick. We can control, let me get a pen going. We can control our behavior, and I don't know how to spell it. All right, but I know that ain't how you spell it. Don't nobody be laughing at me. I'm just, shorthanded. We can control our behavior, and we can control our risk. All right. Those are the two things that we can control. What we can't control, try to figure what color I want to use. What we can't control is the return. Okay. We don't know how much the market will give us. Okay. So we can control, but we can't control our behavior, and we can control our risk. And the returns, they'll just fall into place by doing the right things. Okay. So I bring that up to say this. If we know our daily loss limit is only 1,100, okay, and we're talking futures market here. And so in the futures market, one contract, oops, let me get my pen going again. In the futures market, we know that one contract is $50. Okay. So what that means is that if you can lose $1,100 in one day, you actually have 1,100 divided by 50 equals, you really have 22 points per day that you can risk. Okay. You got 22 points of available risk. All right. And that's it. Okay. If you lose these 22 points, challenge over. Right. Challenge over. So when choosing, which to go with, because it's popular to go with 50K, but just understand that when you go with a 50K account, you only have 22 points of risk. So if you are, depending on your trading style, you need to see, if your trade takes 10 points of risk, you may only really have 2 shots. You really can't even take that third one or you'll bust the account. So if your trade takes a stop loss of 10 points, know that at a 50K account, you only got 2 shots. You take 2 losses in the same day, it's over. Okay. Things to think about. Just things to think about, because again, you only got 22 points. This 50K number means nothing. All right. Nothing at all. Let me tell you when it means something. This 50K number, let's see, doesn't mean anything in the beginning. Okay. First, you got to pass the challenge, right? So in this case, 50K, you got to make profit target 3,000. Got it right here, right? So first you got to get to this 3,000. First you got to get to 3K, right? Then after you get to 3K, don't quote me on this because I'm not sure, because I do 100K accounts. I think on the 50K account, you have to make, is it 2K? I think it has a 2K buffer. I want to say it could be 3K. Again, don't quote me on this. I'm not sure, but let's just say it's 2K, right? So first you got to get through the challenge, right? Then after you get funded here, you got to get above the 2K buffer before you can see any profits, right? So this $100 daily stop loss is still in play, all right? And the trailing drawdown is still in play, but it actually follows you intraday now. So that's even another little situation. But what I'm saying is this 50K still doesn't matter. You've passed the challenge. You've gotten funded. 50K really doesn't matter. This 50K will not matter until after you've gotten past this buffer, right? And then padded the account. What I mean by that is this. And I'm still going with this example of 2K. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but let's say the buffer is 2K. Right? Once you get past 2K, let's say you get to 4K, right? Say you're up 4K in the account. Well, the trailing drawdown, it stops at 2K. It's not trailing you anymore, right? So, and then the daily loss limit is always there. Okay, so that's just something you got to be disciplined with when you're trading with prop firms, right? But the 4K, we now have cushion. See, you could lose all 4K and still keep your funded account, right? So the thing to do is to keep growing. You know, you may not even want to take withdrawal right away because you don't want to lose the account. But once you keep growing, so let's say you get this thing up to 10K, right? Now that 50K kind of starts to kick in because you can trade more aggressively than you normally would have. You know, you can add in more contracts. You can trade more contracts. But the 50K, none of these numbers matter until you're past the challenge, past the buffer, and have padded up your account. Now, once you do that, then whatever number you choose will really start to shine because it's going to give you more, more room. Now, back to risk though. Back to risk. Want to point something out, and this is why I like a 100K account. Now with the 100K account, I have my daily loss limit. Oops. The 100K, hold on a second, sorry. With the 100K account, my daily loss limit is 2,200. That means I have 44 points available to me, okay? 44 points available to me. So I have more space, okay? I can make more mistakes because I have more points available that I can lose in one day. All right. And now I know you don't plan to lose, but here's the problem. This is what people should do. We're always talking about how much we can make, you know, how much I make if I win this trade, how much I make on this risk to reward. Again, we cannot control. We have the return on investment. We cannot control. All right. The only thing that we can control is risk. All right. So here's something you could do. So as I said, I got 44 points available, right? I got 44 points available. Many trades, many price action trades, you can get away with a 2-point risk. Many of them. When you really, taking outstanding entries, right? But that might be too tight. Let's just say 3, all right? Let's say 3 points risk. What you should do in the beginning is go with 1 contract. Okay. And this is for whatever level you're at. It doesn't matter. Go with 1 contract. Here's why. If I risk 3 points at 1 contract, I'm only risking $150. Right? Now look, my daily loss limit is 2,200. I'm only risking 150 if I'm at one contract. But I'm doing this just to see if I'm right. Right? Just to see if I'm right. If I'm right, guess what I can do? Once my trade, let's say I went long. Once my trade is in my favor, I started with one contract here. I can add another contract here. Right? Trade goes up. I move into break even. I add another contract. Then guess what you can do from there? Trade goes up some more in your favor. You up, you profiting. You can add another contract. Right? Move up, trail it. Okay. So you started with one contract just to see if you were right. So you risked $150. But after you found out you were right, you added on. Right. And so who knows what that end return will be. And this is why, just if you're in a good trend, every pullback to the 21 EMA, the mean reversion, you can add on at every swing. And yeah, you started with only a 3-point risk, but because you were right and then capitalized on it, you may end up making 20, 30 points. Who knows, right? You may actually have to close the trade because you can't make more than half of your profit target. You may have to close it, right? Because you're heading towards a 3K day. But my point is this: control the controllables. Start with only one contract instead of starting off with 3 or 4, or the max you can do on here is 12. Instead of going with 10, trying to make a whole bunch of money real fast. Control the controllable. Control your risk. Start off with one contract. See if you're right. If you're right, then add on another, right? And if you still right, then add on here, add on here. It's basically like this though. Let me draw how it might look. You up, you're good. You move to break even. You get a pullback. Up, we start up again. Add another one. We up again. We get it pull back. Up, starts to go again. Yep, add another one. See how that looks? Then we just take what the market gives us. We don't have no target. You just keep on moving you just keep on going with that trend, right? But you managed your risk, right? At the beginning, you only risked, one contract, or in my case, let's just say 3 points. Risk 3 points, right? Out of the 44 I had available. Now, most people go the opposite way and they risk too many points. Let's say you go with 4 contracts. Let's say you go at, I'm being gracious. Let's say you go at 8 contracts at 3 points. That's 24 points of risk, right? When you can only lose, or you only have 44 available to you. So you did half. You know what I'm saying? People are taking more, they're putting up more than half of the points available to trade with. And this is why you fail, or how you can fail these prop firms too really fast, really fast. All because you're risking too much. You know what I'm saying? 8 contracts is even on this 100K account, 8, and they're giving you 12. 8 contracts is too heavy. It's too heavy. And that's why you're skipping trades. That's why you're not taking, you're not going with your gut. Your gut is saying to go, but you're scared because you're too heavy. But if you start off with I got 44 points available, I'm a risk 3. What is that ratio, right? What's the math on that? You know what I'm saying? That ain't even a percent. That's not even a percent of what's available here. Okay. It came out to 0.068. You're not even risking a percent of what you could. That's how you stay alive. All right. But the other key is you still can make good money because, again, You risk the point to start, find out if you're right. I'm right, I'm adding on. Am I still right? Yep, I'm adding on. Am I still right? Yep, I'm adding on. Then now you know, before you know it, you got a monster trade and you are bearing down on this profit target. All right. And then you can do the same thing once you get funded. You know, hey, I'm gonna start real small. Am I right? Yep. All right, let's add on. Am I still right? Yep, let's add on. Bam, got a monster. Because see, the other thing I like about the 100K, during your challenge is 6,000, but once you get funded, your buffer is 3K. All right, so you can get to that buffer a lot faster once you get funded. And then again, after the buffer, then you got to build the account up. Okay, so it's 3 phases in my opinion. You know, you got to pass the challenge, you got to get past the buffer, and then you got to pad the account. You do these 3 things by staying disciplined, then you are in the money, and then that 100K actually means something. All right. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this one and liked it. Hey, listen, make those losses small, make those winners big. All right. So if you was digging this video, hit that like button for your boy. You guys know I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I do. Let's keep this train going. Let's keep this channel growing. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss nothing. And if you need to learn how to trade, check a link I'll leave in the description. Help you out with that. And if you didn't know, if you didn't watch my last video where I discussed a serious scalping trading strategy that can put you on the right track, check out this video right here. It's going to put you up on game. All right. Until next time, my name is JD. And as always, I wish you increase on the Sutton. Bye-bye.